For those of you who love exploring Google Maps, you probably know the deal. Usually if a spot is blurred out, it's either a top-secret military base or the mansion of some billionaire dodging the paparazzi. But there is one terrifying exception in Cleveland, Ohio. Right in the middle of a totally normal neighborhood. Packed with houses, there's one single home that Google has completely censored. That is 2207 Seymour Avenue. Locals call it the House of Horrors. Why? Because hidden behind that wooden door was a crime buried for over a decade that even the next-door neighbors didn't know about. The owner of the house was Ariel Castro. On the surface, he was just a regular guy in his 40s, divorced, lived alone, a bit quiet but still said hello to people. The kind of guy you'd never suspect. But there was a massive red flag that no one noticed. He absolutely forbade anyone from stepping inside his house, even his own children. When his kids visited, they were only allowed in the living room or out on the porch. Why? Because deep inside that house, he was holding 3 young women captive. The victims were Michelle Knight, Amanda Berry, and Gina DeJesus. All 3 of these girls seemingly vanished from the face of the earth between 2002 and 2004. Castro's method was a classic wolf in sheep's clothing tactic. He used his connections to the victims' families, acted friendly offering a ride or inviting them in. The girls trusted him, and then, snap, the trap shut tight. Welcome to hell. For over 10 years, the 3 girls were locked in dark rooms with boarded-up windows. They were chained, starved, and subjected to sick, physical, and mental torture on a daily basis. Even worse was his gaslighting. Sometimes Castro would intentionally leave a door cracked open, as if daring them, "Go ahead, run." But it was a trap. If anyone dared to move, he'd appear like a ghost to punish them. He wanted to brainwash them into thinking, "Don't even try to escape. I know everything." In 2006, a turning point occurred. Amanda gave birth to a baby girl right there in captivity, naming her Jocelyn. Jocelyn's arrival changed the dynamic. Castro, despite being a monster, actually spoiled the child, letting her run freely around the house. Jocelyn became the only mental lifeline, keeping the 3 young mothers from breaking. Amanda knew she couldn't give up. She had to survive not just for herself, but to protect her daughter. And then the fateful day arrived, May 6th, 2013. Maybe it was karma. Or maybe he was just in a rush. Rumor has it he went to get fast food. But Castro made a mistake and forgot to lock the front door properly. Jocelyn, now 6 years old, ran to her mom and said, "Mommy, the door is open." Amanda faced a life-or-death choice: risk it all and run, or stay and face a beating that could kill her. She chose the former. She rushed to the storm door, jammed her hand through a crack, and screamed desperately for help. Luckily, a neighbor heard her. He helped her kick out the bottom of the door. The moment Amanda stepped into the light and called 911 with a shaking voice, "I'm Amanda Berry. I've been kidnapped, and I've been missing for 10 years. Save me." It became a recording that shook the entire U.S. Police raided the house, rescuing Michelle and Gina. The entire neighborhood was floored. They couldn't believe that for over a decade they had been eating, sleeping, and partying right next to a prison. Ariel Castro was arrested that same day. In court, he faced over 1,000 years in prison with no chance of parole. But after serving just 1 month, he took the coward's way out and ended his own life in his cell. The house at 2207 Seymour Avenue was later bulldozed by the city to wipe away the painful memories. Now it's just an empty lot, but online, Google decided to keep the location blurred. It remains like a permanent scar, or a chilling reminder that sometimes evil can be hiding right behind the door of your friendly neighbor.